My name is Nadya Powell and I'm the MD of MRY. My team's 35 people. We're only a year old as we're starting up MRY in London, and we specialise in digital comms and social comms. It's so hard to tell if someone's going to be good at their job if you don't know them before. So for me, it's about references from other people who've worked with them, and I've been in the industry long enough now that I know pretty much everyone who runs any agency in London, or someone that you've worked with before, even if it was 7 years ago, and 7 years ago they were just a little account executive and now they're a group account director. If they were good as an AE, they're probably still good. So it's all about knowing them and the references you can get. We describe ourselves in MRY as a bunch of crazy fucks, and that is the culture. Will that be allowed in? And that's the culture that we try and maintain. So we're looking for clients who are ambitious and want to work with people who are going to challenge them and kind of push them further than they've ever gone before. It is really challenging. You have lots of different people who are at lots of different stages and have lots of different needs, and also we're quite small, so we don't have someone in HR who specialises in designing training schemes or anything like that. So the most important thing for me is a sense of purpose and mission, so we all know what we're going to try and achieve. Being really, really inclusive. So, for example, we're just about to throw a really big party next week and we're all sitting there together overnight with pizza and beer, packing up the invite. So feeling like you're all one body rather than lots and lots of layers of an organisation. And I think that makes a massive difference. One of the things I think is critical with managing and evaluating teams is that you don't just do it at an annual appraisal or even at a biannual appraisal. Every time you work with somebody, there should be a constant feedback loop. So, for example, someone in your team, they're helping you with something. Once they've done it, you should let them know how they did. That was great, or you could have done this a little bit better. So they're constantly getting a sense that someone cares about them and is improving them. Whereas if after 6 months you sit down with them and go, you've done this well but not this well, that just feels so false. It's like if you went out for dinner with a friend and then a year later they went, oh, I didn't have such a great dinner that night, you wouldn't be very impressed. So it's about constantly developing them in an organic way rather than making it very formal and regimented. Again, for me, what it really comes back to is making them part of the journey that the company wants to go on. I think if you're in an organisation where you're a cog in a wheel, especially in a creative environment, that's not going to work. So you need everyone to feel like they are the wheel and we're all going forward together. So having a real clear idea of what you want to achieve, making great work together, spending time together, I think is really important. And I think leadership plays such a critical role now. And the days of leadership in an ivory tower, sort of sitting there going, I'm the boss, and you kind of woke up there nervous, is wrong. The leaders need to be part of the team environment as well, and joining in and sharing their experience and sharing their knowledge. In the industry I'm in, I will only employ people who are interested in that. So if we would never have someone in my company who is there just to relate what's happening in the world, everybody should be interested in that and researching it all the time, and everyone should be sharing it. So there's a constant sense of enthusiasm, I think, within the organisation for the new, and a constant sense of curiosity. And I think if you don't have that curiosity in your organisation, you need to change it and get it. I'm going to use a horrible phrase now, but it's a good one. 10 years ago, everyone was eye-shaped, so they were very specialist at one skill. And I just don't think that's possible now in the digital economy when you kind of need to know everything about everything. So we definitely look for people who are T-shaped, so they have a real broad understanding of everything, and then underneath that it's underpinned with some specialism. And I think they're hard to recruit. They're really, really hard to recruit, but they are critical to success, especially again at the leadership management layer. It's a really tough one. Like, there are certain people who you adore and they've been with you for 2 or 3 years and they're 24. They just have to go somewhere else in order to round out. And it's heartbreaking when that happens because they're your real talent, but at the same time, they're going to get better by experiencing other cultures and other ways of doing things. So I think sometimes you do just have to let people go. Generally, however, if you have got someone who is talented, you need to cling on to them in every way possible because it is so hard to find good people. So we spend a lot of time working with people. If they're worried about something and don't think they're getting something, then we will work with them to change it and to adapt it. And you can't just make things rigid anymore. new stuff happens all the time, and I think companies have to change all the time. So if you haven't changed in 12 months, you're probably doing something wrong. So pivoting is a startup phrase, but I think it's really critical for agencies now that they're constantly pivoting and reevaluating what they're doing based on when new things come to market.
Source LF are London's leading creative communications and media recruitment agency. Be sure to like our video and subscribe to this channel. Take the moment to watch another of our videos on screen now.